family, and welcome to another episode of Family People. I'm Raymond, and we are again back at the table trying to defeat Taskmaster. So let's have a look. Yep, so we saw him in the penultimate video that we just filmed, and we lost, well, tragically. We actually ran out of cards, was how we lost against Taskmaster. So with Taskmaster, there's no special setup rules, so there's nothing additional on the back there. There's only the sort of the multiplayer if you're playing the villain against others. So his primary thing is about laying down a crisis tokens and then dealing damage to the heroes, utilizing them really, and he's undamageable until such time as you've cleared the whole board of those crisis tokens, which ultimately was our downfall. We run out of actions in order to be able to defeat him. So when he bams, you do 1 damage to each hero in Taskmaster location and add a crisis token there. So we do have location A. I was going to say locations. We have a location on the board that enables us to deal with that ability. So if we have a look at the board, we have the location here being Shield Headquarters. You may discard a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to enable us to take a damage. In order to remove a crisis token from anywhere, so that's on the board, if that's on the character, whatever that is. And of course, at this stage in the campaign, we are having to take on a challenge with Taskmaster. We can't just face him as is. So the challenge that we will be facing will be the core box challenge, which is to remove a single plain wild from the deck. And today I've chosen to unlock the characters of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. For those who enjoyed that, I'm trying to think what platform it was on originally. I can't think what a platform it was on originally. I think it was HBO maybe. Anyway, it's under the Disney box now. So Disney Plus, you can watch Jessica Jones. Fantastic season 1, amazing David Tennant villain, like it. Spoilers. So we've removed 1 wild from Jessica Jones, and we have to do the same for Luke Cage as well, but both of those are series. So I think it's 2 seasons of Jessica Jones. I think there's only 1 season of Luke Cage, if I'm correct, vaguely recall. And then of course they teamed up with Iron Fist and Daredevil in order to form the Defenders. Gosh, I'm testing myself now. It's been a long time since I've watched this stuff, folks. But I mean, it's great viewing though. Really enjoyed the baddies, the goodies, everything about how they're just really gritty. It was almost kind of like, I find there's a funny juxtaposition between Marvel and DC in terms of DC's movies tend to be very, very, very dark, and their TV stuff tends to be very, very light, almost camp. That really has that kind of jazz hands element to it. Transversely then, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think, has a fairly good grasp of level, sort of putting aside the last couple of movies, but you know, sort of leading up to Thanos and that you know, Endgame, it's quite phenomenal level of balance of sort of humour and darkness and whatnot, but it isn't overly dark. I think the only probably exception in that entire series was probably the Thor with the Dark Elves. Anyway, I'm digressing. Do you know what? I'm rabbiting. Apologies. Right, let's get to what we've got on the board. So we've got the original locations. So the 2 locations we haven't got then are Times Square. So that is not being featured in this game, and Stark Labs. So otherwise we have 6 of the 8 locations that come in the core box, and of course Taskmaster is a villain from the core box. You've seen me shuffle Taskmaster's cards and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, so we're ready to go. We just have the threats to put out, so we'll get on with those. Yeah, and as I was saying while I'm just shuffling these up, I thought that there was definitely a darker side to Jessica Jones. I mean, her character historically is much darker character. I mean, as was Ant-Man originally. But yeah, so, and then sort of she got Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. Fantastic stuff. Really looking forward to seeing more of Wilson Fisk as a Kingpin moving forward. Really excited to see that stuff. Okay, so we have the threats for Taskmaster, and what have we got then? So we have the entangling trap. So this means you have to pay double movement to move out of these areas. And as always, we'll start here and move our way around the board. We have the explosive trap. So each civilian takes an extra heroic feat to rescue. We have then the elite thugs, which is the thugs taking an extra attack to defeat. And then these will be a combination of the remainers. So we've got the entangling trap, we have the elite thugs, and finally we have the explosive trap. Okay, so everything's set, everything's shuffled. We've removed our single wild card, so we are playing at a challenge level, and we are up against Taskmaster. As always, the enemy starts first, and we need to work out where the enemy starts. In fact, I'm just going to flip that up because he ain't going to start there because he's just on the move, and I need to put out also a whole bunch of things. So he's going to start location 1. Okay, let's put that out. And then let's load up with the civilians and the thugs. So we'll get those going. But yeah, I'm interested to know what your comments are. Who did you prefer? Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil. I know Daredevil's coming back for another series. I know there's a lot of people, including myself, very excited for that. And of course, we have the Punisher in amongst that as well. Again, much darker. I don't know. I felt the Punisher seemed a bit slower. I'm not quite sure if that's how that original storyline went. I can still remember the Punisher. I think it was a Punisher interacting with Blade in the Spider-Man animated series. Really enjoyed all that. Thought it was fantastic interaction. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Oh, that was it. So yes, so Spider-Man ended up being mutated when Morbius was trying to steal Spider-Man's DNA. In order to revamp himself. Sorry folks. And I need these. What do I need? I'll take out KOs, and hoping I won't need those, and take out the crisis tokens. One of the things I do notice when I'm going through the campaign at the moment, I am very fast now running out of heroes. So officially on the difficult mode, when a hero gets KO'd, that is it. You've lost them for the remainder of the campaign. And we are down to currently 4 heroes remaining. So we've got Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, who I have just unlocked. Otherwise, we are down to Vision and Black Widow. Otherwise, that is it, folks. Everyone else has been KO'd at least once. So yeah, it's not going great, this campaign, to be honest with you. We are having a hard time of it. Okay, so Taskmaster is starting over here, so we're going to start in the 3rd location away from Taskmaster. We're over at Avengers Mansion, so that's good. So I think that's where potentially we're going to be able to get some healing. That is it, folks. So let us go. So we've got the Taskmaster, and the Taskmaster is going to be presuming to his board here. So he's going to be moving 4. It's going to bam, and then put out some thugs. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 over in Central Park. We have a thug that we can put out over here. There is a location left, and thankfully there's plenty of space left in the Avengers Mansion and the Avengers Tower, so we can put those out. Okay, so we are done with apologies guys, I can go back to using the cameras. Okay, so we put out a thug here and a thug here and here, so we're ready to go. And it is over to our turn. This moves down here, and the BAM has no effect. Oh, and at a crisis location, there's 1 damage to each hero in Taskmaster's location. Add a crisis token there. So I guess he's going to add a crisis token for the BAM, irrelevant of whether there is a hero there or not. So we're going to be struggling to move out of here until we clear this area, so that's fine, because actually we want to clear this area anyway. So we we'll start left to right. So we've got Luke Cage up first, double wild straight off the bat, beautiful, loving that. And then we have Jessica Jones, and we've got some more wilds and lots of movement and her extra special cards, so that's cool. Let's have a look down here at Luke Cage then. So we've got apologies, I did sort out the glare. Anyway, apologies again. But we have got a double wild, and I think that's absolutely a no-brainer where we are at the moment, because we need to get this location cleared. So let's start as we mean to go on. Get out of there, thuggy thug thug. Okay, so we've got two heroic feats going down. And we're over to Jessica Jones. So Jessica Jones has also got heroic feats. She's benefiting from these 2 miles. So you may draw 3 cards until you have 3 in your hand. So that's a good healer for JJ. Expert Detective. Reveal the top card of your master plan deck and gain wild tokens each with a movement number written on it. Oh, that would have been beautiful, that last card that just came up. Anyway. And then what happens to it? Does it just sit on top? It's just a reveal. Okay, yeah. So okay. What do we need to do? Special rules. Heroes cannot damage Taskmaster tokens there. Heroes can discard a crisis token from a location with no thugs or civilians when using heroic feat or an attack. Okay. So we get rid of those crisis tokens. Boy, are we in crisis. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a heroic feat from Jessica Jones, and that will enable us to place the final heroic feat here to clear this threat, which is good. So we can start moving, because we definitely need to be doing that. And then with the other heroic feat, she will she will clear a civilian. So we are off with a start, and we're back into Luke Cage. Luke Cage will draw. Okay, regenerative healing factor, draw 2 cards. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, we could do that, could attack. I think we need to move, however. So how about we do a move and attack, and we've got 2 heroic feats from Jessica. So let's do, okay, there's plenty of room now in Avengers Mansion, and we've got the ability to draw cards if we need to, so that's good. However, I'm just thinking, Shield Headquarters is where we've got the ability to remove the crisis tokens. Do we want to better perhaps move around there? Is Taskmaster likely to stay where he is? I mean, we're on the brink of overflow. That is definitely not good. So no, I think a wise choice would be to move and attack 2 of these thugs. So we'll get them on our board, and then also clear 2 thugs. Sorry, 1 thug and 2 civilians. Okay, so we are a third of the way through rescuing our civilians in order to enable us to attack Taskmaster, so that's good. Oh no, I can't do the thug, because therefore I'll do the thug over here and then move and then do the 2 civilians. So here I need to use 2 damage to defeat each thug, so I can't do that here. So moving back to the villain. Taskmaster is going to stay where he is, of course he is. Copycat. Add thugs to Taskmaster's location for each attack at the bottom of the line. Last 2 hero cards. Oh no! We've got 1. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. Thankfully, we cleared some space. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. He's not going to bam. He's not going to do anything else. Okay, so I think we got away quite lightly there. So we are back to Jessica Jones. So Jessica Jones will draw another card, and we've got a plain movement. Definitely wasn't worth her using. Glad we didn't use that expert detective in order to get some wild cards, wild tokens. Okay, she doesn't need to draw up for any health. What should we do instead? I'm thinking it's going to be worth her while moving around to the Shield Headquarters in order to alleviate this crisis token. Take damage to clear a crisis token, I suspect. Particularly while she's got the capability to heal. I think that's going to be worth While so, let's do a, and in fact that gives her a double move, you know. Oh, that's not bad. That gets her where she needs to be. Although she can't clear, she can clear civilian. Okay, so so she's got 2 movement, a heroic feat, and a attack. So this is the proposal then, folks. We're going to do a single movement, and we'll do a heroic feat there in order to clear 1 more civilian, and then we'll do the other movement and then attack the thug over in the headquarters. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so now we're down to Luke Cage, and Luke Cage will draw. He has superhuman strength. This turn you may have as many extra attacks as the number of cards in your hand. I mean, that would certainly be tasty if we'd got rid of that flipping elite thugs. Folks. Okay, is it worth staying there? Maybe worth doing the regenerative power. I haven't got an attack to lead with. What do I want to do? We haven't got any more heroic feats to try and get more of this area cleared from a crisis token perspective. That is awkward. Okay, I think the best thing I can do then will be... I don't want to waste that card, that's the thing. I don't want to waste the card! That is my issue, folks. Is this location going to be the downfall of us? Is Central Park going to cause our demise? Let's see. Right, so I propose I'm going to move. I'm going to attack, so I'll defeat that thug there because I don't have the restriction for that location. I will move again back to that same location, and I will place a heroic feat on the elite thugs in Central Park, because the last thing you need running around Central Park is a bunch of elite thugs. Sorry, get a bit excited. Okay, we are back over to Jessica Jones, and she will draw a card. Okay, heroic feat. That's good. It's good, but it ain't good enough. Okay, let's try. Let's go for expert detective and hope that Taskmaster is about to move lots. Let's find out, shall we? And it is no. We're gonna stay where he is. Boo! So I didn't get any wild tokens. Well, that was pants. It's not what I wanted, folks. It's not what I wanted. Darn it. And she really doesn't have anything more she can now do. She could move 1 and move to an helicopter and attack 1 thug. But then she's got to move 2 to get out of that entanglement trap. Do I want to do that? Or we've got to clear the entanglement trap. We've got to clear a bunch anyway. Okay, let's do it. Let's do a move and an attack. And at least then it's 1 more thug towards our final goal. Can't do anything else. That's as much as we've done. Okay. So we are back to the villain. Taskmaster has move 0 and doing dark schemes. What does it say? So, if there are no heroes in Taskmaster's location, place a crisis token there. There is a hero. We have been saved. So Taskmaster does, yet again, nothing at all. Nice. We are getting away very lightly with this, folks. Okay, Luke Cage draws a card and has high invulnerability. Draw 1 card. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn and place an attack. Now again, we've still got the issue of these attacks are less than useless, and I've got no heroic feats. Oh, so infuriating. Okay, so let's do the regenerative healing factor for Luke Cage. That will enable him to draw 2 more cards and do a punch, which he can't use, which is a bit annoying. Draw 2 cards, and it is double attack and a heroic feat. Okay, does give Jessica a punch, which she can use in the helicarrier space. So let's see. No more heroic feats, however. Ooh, okay, let's do a heroic feat, because that will give that to Luke on his next turn. So we go back to the main board. So there's a heroic feat and a punch for Jessica. So she'll defeat another thug. And with the heroic feat, start to clear down this entangling trap. Annoying. Okay, so we are back to Luke Cage. We'll draw a card, and it's another attack. What do you want to put down? Okay, I think we're going to do the 1 heroic feat that I have. So that gives me 2 heroic feats, which clears this threat. Whee! And we can now absolutely pound lyrical on these thugs when it comes back around to our turn. So that's great effort from Luke. Okay, so we are back to the villain. So the villain will draw a card and yet again stays where he is. If there are no heroes in his classification, place a crisis token there. There is a hero. So yet again another wasted turn for Taskmaster. We definitely seem to be having an easy time of this, folks. Which I'm not complaining about. Okay, no, I didn't do this. Actually, you may move up to 2 civilians or thugs in any combination from this location to any other locations. I mean, that's not bad. And maybe I should have done that just to spread them out. I mean, fortunately, it didn't matter. It wasn't a biggie. It's not an issue. So, okay, we got away with it. So we're back to Jessica Jones, so she will draw a card. Wanted a heroic feat. That's not what I wanted, a punch. Okay, reveal the top of the master plan deck. You may move to any location. Okay. And she gets an attack for that, which really doesn't help me. I mean, it gets her out of that location, which is good. And she could put down a heroic feat on the other piece, which is kind of okay, but it still doesn't really help us. And again, we are running out of cards. I mean, Luke Cage has got 1 card left to draw. Got it. Okay, I think that's what we're going to go with. It's just that's a waste. What does Luke need? I mean, Luke just needs to do some pounding. So yeah, okay, let's do that then, folks. So private investigator. We've got a top card. You may move to any location, and the top card says move 3. And play civilians. Okay, good. Could do with some more civilians out, so that's not a problem. And we are going to move to any location. We'll go back to Shield headquarters, and then we'll use our heroic feat there to start clearing this crisis token. So we've got our 2 of 4 started off now, and we're back to Luke Cage, who'll draw his final card. It's a heroic feat. Too little, too late. But that's fine. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm half tempted to play it just to give Jessica Jones a heroic feat, to be honest with you. So we know that he's going to move 1, 2, 3 and end up in Jessica Jones' location. He's not going to BAM, so that's a good thing. So at least we've got some foresight as to what's going to happen. Therefore, let's defeat a thug. So we're going to defeat a thug, and we're going to move. No, that would be Taskmaster. We're going to move here and rescue a civilian. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what, folks? I should have cleared one of those there, and then on this turn, at the end of my turn, I can clear 2 of these thugs over here. That way, if I have either an attack or a heroic feat, I can clear that crisis token, which means when we get to be able to attack Taskmaster, we can actually damage him. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so apologies, a bit of an unwind there. So we've done Jessica, we've done Luke Cage, we're back to Jessica Jones again. So she will draw a card, and we have another single attack. We haven't seen her double wild yet, in fact. That's still in here. Okay. The double attack, she has one heroic feat, which isn't enough. Isn't enough. Might get scuppered again, folks. We are just out of heroic feats. We've just spent them. How'd you get heroic feats? Gosh. Okay. I'm at a loss. I am truly at a loss. Meh. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to place a attack. I don't have anything more worthwhile to do. She can't even move at attack because it's just not worth her while. So she'll put down another heroic feat. Could be losing this one again, folks. Okay, so we did Jessica, we did Luke, we did Jessica. We are back to Taskmaster. We know what he's doing. 1, 2, 3. Moving to Shield headquarters. Not going to BAM, but we'll put out 3 civilians instead. Come back up here. Okay, so we've got 3 civilians going down into Shield headquarters, so that fills it, but not overflowing. We are safe. Got plenty we can rescue. Not that we've got any heroic feats to rescue them with, which isn't great. Okay, so we are back to Luke Cage. Now then, Luke Cage. This turn you have as many extra attacks as you have a number of cards in your hand. I mean, that's really what I want to keep. I want to get that at a point when I can absolutely smack Taskmaster. And I didn't even put any health on him. Look, poor sap, he's just lopping around half dead already. That'd be good, wouldn't it? He practically is anyway, but only 2 life for 2 players. Oh, gosh. Draw 1 card, you cannot take any damage. I've got any cards to take? Okay, I'll use a basic punch. I haven't got anything else to use. So he's got a move and a heroic feat and a punch. So I used a heroic feat to get rid of this crisis token. And he'll use a move and a punch to get rid of another bug. I'm gonna do this. So infuriating. Sorry, so it was here. So he took out a thug. He took out the crisis token and he's moved and taken out the thug. So that was his actions. Okay, so we've got Jessica Jones. We'll draw a card. It's a move and a punch. It's not hard. Oh. What a kick in the teeth. Which means I've just got no physical way to complete this mission. Flippin' heck. What? So between the two heroes, they've not got enough heroic feats. I effectively wasted them trying to rescue civilians. I've got 4 civilians, that's representative of 4 heroic feats at least. Gosh. Flippin' heck, folks. That's nuts. That is so nuts. That is crazy. I've removed 1 wild from each player's deck, that's it, nothing else. And at that moderate level of difficulty, I can't do it. Okay, we'll play it out. We'll play it out, but by gosh. Okay, so Jessica will move and attack, and she has got a double attack, so she can do that thug. We have 1 more thug that we need to take out. We are back to Luke Cage, who has a move and a attack now, so he could do to kill his flipping threats. Just okay, so he will do an attack and put Taskmaster under pressure. So the thugs are cleared, so that's the attack, and then he can double move, so he's in the location as Taskmaster, but he can't do anything else. Okay. And now, because we've had 2, in fact we got all 3 hero actions in, so we are back to Taskmaster, who will move 1 and bam, do 1 point of damage to Jessica Jones. That's fine, she'll put a movement to the bottom of the deck and put out 3 thugs. Oh, we've got our first case of overflow. Flipping heck, it's going to be absolute coffin in the nail. What? Nail in the coffin, I think, is the phrase. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay, so on overflow, if one or more locations tokens can't be added to a location, add a crisis token to that location instead. So we have a crisis location back on the board. Infuriating. So Luke Cage was last to go. We've finished Taskmaster's turn, and we are back to Jessica Jones, and we have the double wild. Is it going to help? Not really. Probably she can't. Oh, flipping heck, folks. Okay. I mean, this is going to be skin of teeth. Okay. She has a move. Add a double wild. Get rid of that flipping. No, wait. She can. Okay. What is she going to do? So she's going to... okay. So she'll rescue this civilian. Not that it's going to be worth anything. She'll rescue the civilian with 1 wild. She'll move here and then use the other wild to place the heroic feat. Okay, so that gets rid of this, which gets rid of this. We're 3 of 4. And she will end her turn there. At the end of the turn, you may discard a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck and remove 1 crisis token from anywhere. Awesome! Okay, so she will put down that card, leaving her psionic protection to draw cards back to her hand, and she will discard the 1 crisis token that is on the board. Okay. Then Luke Cage has all his cards drawn. He's got a double wild. He needs a move. Oh, I need a move. He had got a move. Oh, heck. Okay. So he will use the move. You have as many punch tokens as there are cards in your hand. Okay, so there's now 2 cards in my hand, so I'll have 2 punch tokens. Okay, not that it's going to get round to him again. I don't think it might do. It might do. Okay. Okay, so he's moved, so he can move, put down 2 heroic feats to clear this, which clears the final crisis token, which means Taskmaster is now vulnerable. He only has 2 life. The end of turn, we'll move to any location. I will move there just in case. And now it's Taskmaster's go. It comes down to this card, folks. It comes down to this card. Okay, he's moving 5. He's going to move 5. Put him where Jessica Jones is. He's going to move 5. Oh, she's going to do a crisis token. Oh, okay. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's where Jessica Jones is. Okay. Doesn't bam. So that's good. That would have KO Jessica. So that's good. Okay. He's going to put out 2 civvies and thugs in each location. I can't put out any in Shield Headquarters because Shield Headquarters is really busy. There's a whole ton of flipping civilians wandering around Shield Headquarters. I don't know why, I don't know what they're doing there, but they're full. So that puts a crisis token in that location. Okay. Woo! Right. And that's it. That's what he does. That's it. So we are back to Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones will draw her card. It's a flipping move. Oh dear. It's a move. That is no good at all. That's not worth anything. So she's got a move and a move. Flipping heck, people. What is happening? Okay. So she'll do her move and draw cards. She'll draw her last card. Double punch. She's not going to get to use. She'll stay where she is and she will discard a card to the bottom of her deck and then she will clear that crisis token that Taskmaster just put on. We'll come back to Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage? That's not right. Luke Cage. Luke Cage has a double punch. And Jessica gave him a move, which means we can do a move and a double punch and Taskmaster is finished. With 1 card left on Luke Cage, 2 left on Jessica. Flippin' heck. I honestly thought that was going to be another fail. I am... As I'm sure you can hear in my voice, the level of frustration was just incredible. Yeah, I mean, how we even managed to pull that off is just incredulous to me. It really is. But yeah, phenomenal. Love it. Love it. I mean, that was a work. That was a proper piece of work to get that done. Wow. Okay. I'm impressed. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you did too. That was fantastic fun. Okay, so that was it, folks. Let me know what your thoughts were. Was there anything I missed that I could have done, that I should have done? Was there anything you thought, wow, actually, yeah, if you'd have, when you got to this point here, that part of the video, if you'd have done this instead, you'd have nailed that. Sooner, earlier, what have you. But yeah, I mean, as best as I could think, and hopefully sharing my thoughts with you as I was playing through all of that, hopefully you get an idea of what that looks like, and yeah, how Taskmaster can be taken down, even if through the skin of its teeth. But no, great, and in fact, on one of my other the Taskmaster video I shared previously, where I lost, there were comments on there that people just sharing, that was very much that was their experience as well. Taskmaster is definitely, of the original core box, definitely the most challenging, the most difficult villain to compete against, to contend with, and obviously it is, as always, very much dependent on the cards that are coming out. But yeah, tremendous fun, fantastic, love this, always love playing this game. It's always just always gets me. Thank you for watching, thank you for joining. I hope you've enjoyed being here, and as always, if you like it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of this stuff, please encourage me, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, let me know that you've subscribed, let me know that you're interested in seeing more, let me know if there's something particularly you'd like to be seeing. Obviously I haven't got around to painting these wonderful chibi minis. I will be doing some of that. I'm trying desperately to get my way through to Galactus at the moment. He is progressing. I've got the 2 heads done. I've shared one of those, you can find that in a link. And then also I've pretty much finished the arms now and just working on finishing off the body. So yeah, he is progressing. It is slow work. It is a beast of a miniature. At some point in the future I'll have Cthulhu coming with the season 4 pledge for Cthulhu Death May Die, another one of my absolute favourites from CMON. And then hopefully before Christmas we'll have the Marvel Zombies come and land as well, which will be an absolute beast of a Kickstarter, so absolutely buzzing and excited to dig into that. And then some point in the near future will be season 3. I have pretty much got everything now for season 2 for Marvel United, so when I wrap up this campaign, hopefully my remaining 4 heroes will get me through enough of the campaign to unlock and uncover some more heroes, and we'll be able to get through. I think we're maybe about a third of the way through the campaign. I'll share the campaign map anyway, share the progress of where we're at with that. So you'll see Taskmaster now be eliminated on that map, and we've got obviously Luke and Jessica now unlocked. And yeah, we'll just carry on fighting our way through that. And then at some point we'll go back down and have a look at the Spider-Man stuff and the Spider-Verse. Obviously there will be at some point coming up to the new year, there'll be the new Spider-Geddon box. There's been a lot of excitement and conversation about that online. If you've not seen that, there's a lot of really good content out there that will just give you some insight into some of that stuff that's coming. And again, it's a bit of a sneaky peek and a preview of the stuff we're going to see. So the wonderful, innovative works that we're going to get unveiled and unlocked with season 3 coming. So yeah, really excited for all of that stuff. Otherwise, that's it, folks. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again back at the table soon.